Feeling festive, BCAT viewers? Co-host Maria Taylor and I are here with Donna Harui, owner of Bainbridge Gardens on Bainbridge Island. Get in the holiday spirit with this episode of Planted while we craft some easy but elegant garden-inspired decor.
Learn how to make a gorgeous, professional-looking fresh wreath, plants you can use from your own garden to decorate, and a little bit about the remarkable history of Bainbridge Gardens.
Stay with us. The holidays are so full of tradition, from gathering with family and friends to the sights and smells that make your home festive. I'm here with Donna Harui of Bainbridge Gardens on Bainbridge Island. And Donna, your family has been helping people decorate for the holidays for generations.
That's right, Colleen. Folks who've lived here a long time might remember my parents, Junko and Chris Harui, and remember when our nursery was called Town and Country Nursery and located in Winslow. I certainly remember how pretty it was when the shop was all decorated for the holidays. Our connection with our community actually started in the early 1900s when my grandfather and his brother came to Bainbridge from Japan. Like many Japanese immigrants, they worked at the Port Blakely lumber mill for a time and then started farming. There are greenhouses today that stand where the original greenhouses were built. What started as a farm with a produce stand became a general store with a gas station and a Japanese sunken garden. Our family had to leave all of this during World War II when people of Japanese ancestry were removed from the West Coast. After the war, our family returned and the nursery was reopened as Harui Gardens, but it could not be restored to its former glory. In 1958, my father Junko opened the island's first florist in Winslow. It was just a tiny space next to Town and Country Market. In the early days, Dad bought plants from his parents. In the 1960s, we moved to the middle of Winslow Way and added a nursery, and in the 70s, we moved to what used to be called the Village right next to the highway. When the Village was renovated in 1989, Dad made the decision to move the nursery back to his childhood home here at Island Center. There's so much history and tradition here at Bainbridge Gardens. My grandfather and my father loved the art of bonsai. My grandfather brought seeds of a red pine from Japan. They were little seedlings in 1942. As the story goes, he set them back in the woods, hoping no one would take them during the time they were away. Now look at them, towering against the natural landscape.
We are so fortunate to have had your nursery in our community for generations, and now you get to continue what your parents started, helping people decorate for the holidays so that they can enjoy their own family traditions. It's really wonderful. Thank you for sharing your story with us, Donna.
Thank you.
And happy holidays.
In this episode, we're bringing you a fresh idea. How amazing would it be to utilize your garden with a tailored list of plants for later use in holiday decorating? Joining me today is Jenny McCain, certified professional horticulturist here at Bainbridge Gardens. Together, we're presenting you with the traditional landscape plants and a few uncommon species that will look and perform beautifully in your garden. Maybe snip a few branches or boughs for your holiday wreath. Let's jump into this, Jenny.
Maria, this is a fun topic. How do we narrow it down?
I don't know, but I'm really excited about the list that we have for you today.
We have a list of our top 3 performers. We're going to start with, first up is the Agnes, otherwise known as gilt-edged silverberry.
Yeah.
It's got evergreen, variegated foliage that lasts year-round, so it's really great in the landscape. And what I love is it's got silvery, tiny, fragrant flowers in the fall that attract hummingbirds, which is a bonus. So it looks beautiful in our wreaths.
That's a fun one. What about something vibrant and filled with texture?
Well, we do have a good one. It's the Nandina domestica burgundy wine. It's got this beautiful, fiery burgundy foliage. It adds a pop of color to any wreath and in any gardenscape. It's really lovely.
So nice.
And then we have the Cupressa cyperus Naylor's Blue, which has that silvery blue foliage that's highly sought after in wreath making. It can go to great heights and widths, so make sure to prune accordingly in a plan for a large tree in your landscape.
Next up on our list, we have something a little unique, the Tasmanian pepperbush. It is a lovely evergreen shrub that can thrive really well in bright, shady locations, and it also adds that pop of natural color to wreaths and arrangements with its bright red stem.
And I see you have the Italian buckthorn.
It's really fun too. It's variegated and it can get 10 to 15 feet tall. It really handles well being pruned also, so that way you can take snippets for your arrangements or wreaths this holiday season.
If you want something silvery or something similar with the silvery foliage, we have the Pittosporum marjorie tannin, and this does really well in hot locations, also evergreen, and is wonderful for wreath making.
Evergreens help provide the body of a wreath. What deciduous plants would you like to add texture and color and vibrancy to your landscape and ultimately into arrangements and wreaths?
Yeah, I do have several deciduous shrubs that are my go-to favorites. This one is the red twig dogwood. It's a Northwest staple. It thrives in wet soil and full sun, and it has those fiery red sticks that add interest to any arrangement.
Nice.
Yeah.
We also have the snowberry. This is a lovely one. It can handle and adapt really well to most soil conditions here in the Pacific Northwest. It looks great in your gardens. It has this lovely berry that lasts really well into your wreaths and arrangements. It is considered a poisonous plant, so beware. And it also has the name corpseberry.
We have one last deciduous shrub to show to you today. It's the beautyberry with its bright violet miniature clusters of berries that hold on even after the leaves fall. It grows about 5 to 7 feet tall, thrives in full sun, and adds a really great pop of color to any wreath or holiday decoration.
I really like how we gave several suggestions of evergreen and deciduous foliage for you to think about adding to your garden spaces. Gardening is all about trying new things. I hope we've inspired you to experiment with new combinations for your landscape and holiday decorating.
Come and visit me at the nursery. We can talk about which of these and other great plants will work in your specific landscape. I also teach classes on screening and for Northwest newcomers. Find these at our events calendar at BainbridgeGardens.com.
Thank you, Jenny, for sharing your expertise on trees and shrubs for holiday decor with us. Until next episode of Planted, remember, the more you grow,
The more you know.
What if I told you there was a foolproof way to make holiday wreaths? Well, Tim Knapp, designer and nurseryman here at Bainbridge Gardens, has been leading customers in the art of making wreaths for years. And Tim is going to show us how to use special tables to attach greens to a metal frame with the perfect spacing and fullness every time. Tim, welcome to Planted.
Thank you, Colleen. I've been here making wreaths for 24 years. It's my favorite time of year, and it's so fun. The wreath tables make it very easy to do.
They do, they do. Well, we are going to show how to make this amazing wreath from start to finish.
Every wreath maker needs a machine to complete their wreath. This is a wreath machine. There is a table that you share in between your tables, and you can accumulate your greens and share ideas and talk while you're making your wreath. So let's get started. The first thing is select your wreath ring. There are a range of sizes. You can also make a mantelpiece or something to place flat on a table. There are shaped rings too, like this heart, for instance. Usually people choose a 12 or 14-inch ring, which fits on a door. Your wreath will double in size. A 12-inch ring can finish at 24 inches wide. The next step, select your greens. Noble is a must. It's sturdy and holds up well. The incense cedar can add a light gold touch. Juniper berries can create a silvery look. The cone cedar and pine are always popular choices. All these greens are sold by the pound. I use about 5 to 6 pounds of greens for a 12-inch ring. You may also bring greens from home. I've seen people bring hydrangeas, grasses, and branches, almost anything from their garden. Next, assemble a bundle of greens. I like my bundle to be thick enough to fit between my finger and thumb. Too thick, the clamp won't close. Too thin, the greens won't hold. Here's my first bundle. Place the bundle at an angle in the clamp and firmly press the foot pedal to close the clamp. The clamp securely holds your greens in the ring. Next, make a second bundle and place it covering up the ends of the first bundle. Then repeat. When you finished your wreath, bring it to our decorating station. We can help you glue in pine cones, dried fruit, artificial berries, or even ornaments. We have loads of ribbon, and our staff is happy to tie a bow for you. This wreath has a classic look. This one's a little more glittery with sagey, bluey, artificial greens.
Well, this turned out stunning. I'm not surprised, Tim. Nice work.
Yeah, in less than 2 hours, you can create a gorgeous wreath for your home or as a gift for a friend. We can even ship it if you would prefer to do that.
That's great. And I just like to make a date of it. Come out with friends, share supplies. I bring things from my own garden to use in the wreath. It's just creative.
It was fun and a pleasure to share with BCAT viewers, and hope to see you soon.
Thank you, and happy holidays.
Thank you so much to the wonderful staff here at Bainbridge Gardens for getting us in the holiday spirit and hosting the BCAT crew for such a creative episode.
You're welcome.
Landed viewers can find information about making wreaths, as well as a list of seasonal gardening workshops taught by certified professional horticulturists, and even learn a bit about the fascinating history of Bainbridge Gardens at bainbridgegardens.com.
Until our next episode of Planted, don't forget, the more you grow,
The more you'll know. Links for this episode are posted in the video description.